going to load a couple of bales of straw on this trailer because he's going to go and move some muck from the riding stables. So we sell them straw and then have it back as muck. So it's, don't know when we can spread it, but it's good for the fields because it's obviously organic matter. I should have got that on camera. I was trying to pick them up from the edge so that I could get them deep into the trailer without dropping them too much. Anyway, snapped 2 strings and I've dropped it. So I have to do them one at a time. Makes sense to backload, so we get 6 in quite easily, and then that means then if we do that every few times we go, we don't then have to take a full trailer load another time. Just stacked high and strapped on, we could just keep throwing 6 in the bottom of each trailer. It's good that though, isn't it? Got a bit of slug activity on this field here where we chop the straw. You can see where they've been chewing the leaves as they're coming up. But it should be alright. I don't think it's worth patching up, and I don't even think it's worth putting any slug pellets on actually. I think it'll be okay. Frank's just doing a bit of ploughing.
Right like that now.
That's fine, yeah. We're putting a fence up here, but we want to bury it in the ground slightly so nothing can get underneath it. So we borrowed this little plough that goes on a mini digger. Just scoring a little trench in now. Bit of sandstone coming up there. It's another reason why we don't plough this field. Looks pretty straight. We've gone off the GPS of the drill. So he's running his track down the row of barley. This is the barley sown into the grass. We sprayed off. And this is the barley over here. That was done straight into the wheat stubble. So looks a little bit healthier, a bit more greeny. This is the barley field the other side. I just thought I'd show you this. Can you see these grass weeds now going yellow and dying? And that's already died. And then the others on the tips are starting to go. So that's the pre-emergence spray killing them, which is good. It has just checked the barley slightly, that's why it's got a bit of a yellow tinge, more so on the other side. That's just the chemical making the barley a little bit sick, but it's enough to make the grass weed sick and die, so that's the result. This is a hole that's washed in, so there's a crack in the rock, and all the soil's just washed right down. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty deep. And there's a couple more over there on the fault line as well, so we'll have to put some big boulders and stuff down there and fill that back in. Roundabout update. Someone's got hold of a spade. Is he leaning on it or is he doing something with it? He's just swinging it around. Now he's kicking a curb. The digger's doing something. Oh, someone else is walking around. Most action I've seen in weeks, months. Oh no, he's checking his phone now. Got the bucket brush on now. Just going to go and brush the road where they're digging the spuds. The road's actually not that bad now, it's drying. Anyway, I brushed a bit of it. They're still digging over there. Can't see for the sun actually. The wind is on the mailer. But yeah, just sweep a bit more up anyway. It seems weird seeing them digging spuds with nice blue skies and sunshine. According to the weather, it's 19.9 degrees, so nearly 20 degrees. Anyway, I've finished with the bucket brush, so I'm going to undo these pipes and drop it off. But I have to put that pipe back onto there to release the hydraulic pin on the front. Anyway, it's a lot tighter and it doesn't fall off anymore after yesterday's modification. Dropped the suspension down on the fence, picked the weight block up low enough. And now it looks like a dragster tractor. I'm going to put the sumo on now, probably drop these discs out. Back it up now with the 3-point linkage or the Ferguson system. Not quite lining up. Just wants them hooks to go on them balls. Bit better day to day now for levelling off spud ground. We're not in the same field. This is on one that they've dug relatively dry and it's not rained a lot after it. So Andrew's just going across the beds diagonal now. We were going to drop the disc out the sumo, but because it's dry, we're not going to bother. We're just going to get this one done, then drop the disc out. What is it with the youth of today? They can't do anything without using GPS. He's gone down, now he's setting his GPS up. I don't know whether you can see on the picture, but this is a tram line. It's at least a foot deep. So he's going up and down here now, levelling it off the way he goes in the middle of the field. The tractor just roars. The way the harvester's lifting in and out at the ends of the turn, it's quite rough. If he does that in one direction, then does the middle of the field up and down there on a diagonal, hopefully it shouldn't get too bad. So that's levelling off the tram line a bit now. Some people say, why don't you plough it? Well, we don't want to plough. And all that does is makes it look level, but then it sinks to where the other hollows were underneath, unless you power hour it. Folding the discs up now, ready to go to the spud field and do some of the worst bits with these, just to level it a bit for the sumo. I'm just going up and down where the drills went across, because they went straight across through that field as well. That's been ploughed. That's Chris and Danny's farming that. Ploughed up actually quite level, but I don't want it to be rough along this tram line here. When the field's drilled, it'll be like bouncing, so I'm just going to work it a bit with the disc, and then he's going to sumo it, and then hopefully it shouldn't be rough anymore, because the drills went right through with no headland in here. They just lifted up over the division between the two different landowners, if you will. Loads of people yesterday were saying that the MB track should definitely go on the cool wall in cool and maybe some sub-zero, and the same for the 1455. So I'm going to put them on the wall now in the cool bit, but I reckon once you've heard the noise of the 1455, you might want to upgrade it to sub-zero. We've also got quad track. Where would that go? Let me know. They're up there now, so like I say, let me know on the quad track and we'll put that up. I've got a hoodie here, it's just a sample to see the quality, because lots of people are asking for merchandise, so I don't know whether we want to be t-shirts, shirts, hoodies, hats, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want them. I don't want to do anything, go down that road if the quality's not going to be good. So I've been ordering different kinds to see the quality before I decide whether to do it or not. So if anyone knows of any good quality hoodie manufacturers or rugby shirts or something like that, let me know, and then we can have a look and see if we can get them made up, maybe for Christmas. Not had a quiz question for a while, but while I'm in the workshop, what's that? Or what would you call it? Because some people call them different things. Just let me know below. These are some more sofas for the holiday let farmhouse, Brookhouse. Don't forget Brookhouse Stay if you want to go. Hen do's, stag do's, anything like that, big family parties. So we're taking some more sofas up there. Just, I don't know why it's reminding me, but we've not had any guest outros for a while. So if anyone's got a guest outro, don't forget, follow me on AgriContract on Instagram and send them over on there. The hedge cutter is on the 724 today because we've been cutting back, ready for putting that fence up. So Andrew has been and knocked the branches back along the side of the hedge. So when we put the hedge up, it's not in the way. So I think it looks quite smart on this tractor. Sam says he wants a bigger one that reaches further forward though. But that, to me, that's still new. It's only 4 years old. Due to recent weather events, i.e. it's not stopped raining for 2 weeks. Well, it has stopped raining now, but it hasn't stopped raining for 2 weeks. The bateman is still on its narrow wheels, so we've got some nearly twice the width, like out here. Don't normally like putting them on, because in the spring you can end up going through the crop and damaging the 2 rows either side of it. But because this potato ground's quite soft, and now we're going to be sowing it quite late, and I've got to put a pre-emergence spray on it, I'm going to have to put the wider wheels on, so that's one of the jobs we're probably going to be doing next week. Oh, actually, while I'm here, birthday bumper, Luke Hadley, Johnny Ray, is it? Ray, and also Oliver Lowe, cracking name. That is Stephen Lowe off Radio Lancashire's son. So you know you've made it when a radio DJ asks you to give his son a birthday shout out. Shouldn't it be the other way around? But anyway, there we go. Who'd have thought that? YouTube famous, me. Yeah, so we're going to change the wheels to the wider wheels, and also see if we can get them dirty as well, because these are absolutely filthy. lots of people yesterday were like, oh, why didn't you put the Sumo on the 936? Well, the truth was, it was still on the 724 from the other day, and we didn't realise how much rain we'd had at that field. So we went with the 724 because the 724 is on RTK GPS, which is accurate to like that much, whereas the 936 is on like free GPS, which is probably about a foot. So we thought, well, if it's dry enough, the 724 will be fine with it. We'll go with that. When we got to the field, it obviously rained more in Halewood than it had in Tarbuck, so it was making a mess. Anyway, today we've now got it on the 936, and we're in a field that was dug in the dry and drier. So we've got that levelled off. Andrew's just finishing off now. I went with the disc and did round the edge. We'll hopefully get that sown over the next sort of like 5 to 6 days or whatever it is that it's still going to stay dry for. Got another block that's ready to go, and then we've got three or four fields that are still wet. But Andrew wants to go and pick his 49.55 up tomorrow, so that'll give it a bit of a chance to dry, and hopefully we'll get onto them on Sunday. And I think Bill's bringing some wheat up as well, so plenty to do over the weekend. Anyway, thanks to everyone that's watching. If you've not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. If you've watched this far, please click like, then YouTube shows more people. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Scrub arrived there, I think, and another video there.